England play a very important game. Sorry about the glare. Glare, hello. Glare, or no, not Claire, glare. Anyway, so wired up the new computer today, and I did a few tests, did a few checks, and halfway through the stream, internet. I thought that's great. So what do we do? So I actually had to pre-record Paul Smack's message, so I couldn't do a proper check, a proper test, and we just recently reinstalled the loop system. So if you actually physically have a loop system in your service, you may find that something or someone or outside interference. So I'm going, all right, there's interference coming from one of the monitors at church. So I was trying to explain to the person who actually said, please install and switch on the loop system. So I get this information saying people will not come to church if the loop system isn't switched on. So I thought, right, to save arguments, to actually stop the constant earache, I actually reconnected the loop system, and my calculations were correct. That everything's set, everything's switched on, everything's working. So I switch on the loop system. Guess what happens, ladies and gents? Something called a high-pitched whistle, and it was coming from one of the monitors at the front of church. So if you understand the loop system, it is a loop that goes all the way around the church and ends up back in the actual equipment that sends out the signal via a copper wire. So there's a copper wire linked to the back of the church that goes all the way around the church and loops back into the equipment. Then there is a added extra for I don't know, it's called a boundary. Have you heard of a boundary mic? Picks up absolutely everything. So the problem is, what frustrates me is when this boundary mic is switched on, you're able to listen to a conversation on the stage, and the sound from the boundary mic is at the back of the church, and you can actually hear, no lie, you can actually hear somebody talking at the back of church, and you can actually almost like whisper, like talk really, really quietly. And the microphone, the actual microphone, which is at the back of the church, picks up absolutely everything. So I'm able to talk at the front of church and the boundary mic at the back can actually physically hear my voice from the back. So when everything is correctly wired up, you'll get a low frequency of a little whistle. So I was constantly bombarded by a bit of a whistle from the front of the church. So every time Paul Sparks spoke, there was a interference from one of the speakers at the front, and it was picking up a low frequency whistle. It's like going, and it was just going like on and off, going. So I don't know. So basically, what happened was, I actually fired up the loop system today, plugged it in. Everything was set from last Sunday, and then I waited for a few seconds, and then I got this. So I thought, right, I'll go to the front of the church, turn down one of the monitors. So I actually turned the microphone, the actual volume down, because what could happen is I've got powered monitors at the front of church, and it's wired into the multi-core underneath the pulpit. So the problem is the loop system goes round the back of the stage and then comes out the other end, and it's called what I mean. So the problem is it's getting a frequency. There's a frequency going through. It's like connecting. I can't describe it. I haven't got anything to demonstrate. Got a cable. So cables and wires. So what's happening is, let me give you a demonstration. Right. Imagine this is the loop system. This is the box connected to the back and connected to the actual desk, the sound desk at the back. So you got basically, for example, you've got two cables. You can imagine if I unplug that one, right, that goes all the way around the church. So that goes in, goes all the way around the church, and then it's plugged in back into the box. So there's a loop. So then it sends a signal all the way around. So those people with special hearing aids have the ability to switch their earpiece, their hearing aid, to a T. So I don't know what the T means. So if I actually let me just share how to do this. Right, loop system set to T. If I put loop system set to T, coil, copper wire, continue, Right. Let me share this. Click on share. Hearing aid. Share. Right. I can share that. So then I can go click. Right. There is the loop system information. So I'll type down hearing aid, T-coil, and loop system. What you need to know. So, hearing aid. First introduced in the 1940s. Telephone technology. So, basically, it's also suitable for Bluetooth. Let me stop sharing. So, there's a bit of a brief outline of the loop system and what it means to have a system like that in your church. So, most of you would probably understand that some of the equipment used on a daily basis at church will and can interfere with the loop system. So, when we have a guest speaker who wants to bring in their own equipment, and does nothing to do with pack testing, pack as in P-A-C, is it P-A-C or PAT? Is it PAT? Is it PAT or pack? Let me see, pack. Let me do pack. Pack test.
According to Wikipedia, pre-anesthetic assessment is a medical checkup and laboratory investigations done by an anesthesia provider or a registered nurse before an operation to assess the patient's physical condition and any other medical problems or diseases the patient might have.
Nothing to do with that. Pack test. Let me do that, and let me do that, and let me share. I should have, and then maximize pack. So it's not pack test. It's not PAC. It's PAT. Portable appliance testing. Electrical appliances equipped and to ensure they are safe to use. So we have one. Stop sharing. We have one every 12 months where every single electrical equipment is tested, and then they put a sticker on the plug, not the equipment, the plug. So as soon as it's tested, it's connected, and there's a sticker on it saying okay for another 12 months. So I think what it is, with everything that we have got plugged in at the moment, we're over 100 appliances at church now, because we just had some new technology connected. So now we've got more equipment. So the maximum to be tested and checked is 100. So not too sure if when the guys come to pack test, we're getting charged for that extra plug or socket or cable. Anyway, thought I'd pop in, say hi, and hopefully later on all systems will go and I can fully check this new computer for purpose of live streaming. So see you later, alligators. In a while, crocodile. And too sure about the guy who's preaching tonight, because I don't think we've actually had him at church. So, all being well, his name should appear in Google. So 3, 2, 1, adios. See you later, alligators. And don't forget to hit that like and hit the share. I'm not too sure. I'm not too fussed about subscribing.